Good morning, children of Earth. Mr. Bruce here, continuing his Peppa Pig series by popular demand. Today's first story, George catches a cold. But before we start, eyes watching, ears listening, voices quiet, body calm. All right, with no further ado, George catches a cold. Mummy Pig says Peppa and George can play in the rain, but they must wear rain clothes to keep dry, even though they're pigs and like the water. But George hates wearing his rain hat, so he has thrown it in a muddy puddle. Peppa knows this is not a good idea, but George laughs. Little brothers. Daddy Pig calls out, "Come inside, children. It's raining too hard now." "Where's your hat, George?" asks Mommy Pig. George says, "Achoo!" Oh dear, George has caught a cold. Achoo! George cannot stop sneezing. "Poor little George," says Mama Pig. "You don't look very well. Achoo! "Don't worry, I'll call Dr. Brown Bear," says Daddy Pig. Peppa asks, "Will George have to go to the hospital?" No, George just has to go to bed," said Daddy. "So George is not truly sick then," says Peppa. She's disappointed. She wanted to see what a hospital looked like. "George, you have to stay in bed until you're better," says Daddy Pig. George asks, "Why, Dad?" "Because you have to keep warm, and the bed's the best place to keep warm." Dr. Brown Bear is here to see George. Open wide and say, "Ah!" George is a little afraid of Dr. Brown Bear. He hides under his sheets with Mr. Dinosaur, whom he does trust. Dr. Brown asks Peppa to show George that he does not have to be scared. "Ah," says Peppa. George laughs and comes out from under his sheets. He opens his mouth. Dr. Brown Bear can look inside and says, "Ah." Can you say ah? Say ah. Okay. George has caught a cold, Dr. Brown tells Mummy. He can have some warm milk at bedtime to help him sleep. "Thank you, Dr. Bear," says Mummy Pig. "You're welcome," says Dr. Brown before driving off in his very special white car with the green lights on it. The next morning, George wakes up early. The warm milk made him sleep very well. "Roar," says George, waking up Peppa. He's feeling much better today as he shoves Mr. Dinosaur right into her mug. It's a lovely sunny day, but George is wearing his rain hat. He doesn't want to catch another cold. "George, you don't need to wear your hat when it's warm and sunny," Mummy Pig says. Everyone laughs. George never, ever goes out again in the rain without his rain hat on. And that brings us to, once again, the end. Well, where we are in Santa Barbara, we don't see a whole lot of rain, so when we see rain, we love to get out in it. Some places have rain all the time and don't even notice it. Any amount of rain you have is just enough. Alrighty, I'll be back tomorrow with more Peppa Pig stories. Until then, be good to your folks and wash your hands. Bye-bye.